Hello there. Hi there. How you doing? Oh, I'm excited. I'm excited this day. I'm excited to be seeing you there. I'm excited for you. I'm excited that you are watching me. I want to thank you for being there. I want to thank God for you. And we are in a new month, man. Can you imagine we are in a new month? And happy new month, man. Happy new month to you, to your family. Happy new month to my friends. Happy new month to all my followers, man. Those wonderful families and friends that I have made across social media, including you, on my contact list. Wonderful people, man. I'm excited for those of you who are on my contact list, man. But if for any reason you now want to be on my contact list, don't forget, just send me a text, man. Just say remove. And I will click my hand. Boom. You are out. But on a serious note, man, I'm excited for you. I want to say happy new month to you. We are in a new month. Sometimes we need a reminder, because with all the mess that going on around the world, in our homes, in our living room, in our community. And sometimes the stress of this life cause us to forget. The stress, the anger, the depression, it can make people to forget. Because too much going on in our mind. So I'm glad that I can come here to just remind you that we are in a new month, just in case you forgot. And I want to say to you, happy new month. Congratulations that you made it into another month, man. It's a blessing to be alive. It's great, man. It's better for me to be alive with all the pain than to be dead without no pain. Oh, yeah. Hey, man, I prefer being alive. Because as long as I'm alive, I know there is hope. And no, you too prefer to be alive. That was I'm happy for you. That you made it, man. And I just want to remind you, man, that we are in a new month, happy new month. But you see, every time there's a new month, it reminds me that we are going farther away from the beginning of the year and we are going closer to the end of the year. So today I'm going to talk to you about transition. Transitioning, man. You see, every year has two halves. 4 quarters and 2 halves, depending on if you're a soccer fan. Soccer game have 2 halves, first half and second half. If you're a basketball fan like me, I'm a Lakers fan, die-hard Lakers, man. Yeah. Hey, man, that's my preference, man. The yellow boys. you know. But if you're a basketball fan, you may look at the year as having 4 quarters. Soccer, 2 halves. But you see, if you look at soccer, at the first half of the year, when at the first half of the game, when the first half is coming to an end, that's when your coach will encourage you to play stronger because the coach wants you to send a message to your opponent that, hey, man, I'm coming back strong. And that's why I want to encourage you today that it's time for you to end this first half of this year strong, man. I want for you to end this first half strong, man. Because we are getting closer to our destination. We are getting closer to our goals. We are getting closer to the end of this year. If you in basketball, I want for you to end this second quarter on a strong note, man. It's like you are in the last 5 minutes of this quarter, man. You got to play, man. You got to play. You got to make sure that you let your opponent know, whatever your opponent is, your stretch. your emotion, your discouragement. You got to let that, your disappointment, you got to let them know that I may be disappointed, but I'm still standing, man. I may be stressed out, but I'm still standing, man. I'm coming. You got to, we are in a mess, man. And I know the coronavirus came this year to disrupt most of our plans. You see, the coronavirus just a distraction. And I'm glad that it was a distraction, but it was not an obstacle. It was a difference between an obstacle and a distraction. You see, a distraction distracts you, but it does not obstruct you. But an obstacle obstructs you. So I'm glad that the virus might have distracted us from our aspiration, might have distracted us from our goals. But I'm glad it did not obstruct us. No. So it's time for us to end this first quarter, this second quarter on a strong note, or this first half of our life of this year on a strong note, to let the second half know. I'm coming, man. I'm coming. I'm determined. First half might have knocked me down, but I'm standing up and I'm coming. First half might have distracted me, but hey, man, I'm back focusing to come. That in the second half, I'm coming more focused than I started the first half. Because you see, we are in a period of transition. You see, we are in a period. This is the period of transition for us to transition into the second half of this year. But you got to transition with a plan. You can't just go into the new quarter or the new half of the year without no plan. And you can't go, you see, the way you play the first half of the game, you know why they call it first half and second half? So that you can take time to revitalize. You can take time to reevaluate your game. So you can have time to analyze, and then when you come back, there's a new message. There's a new determination. There's a new attitude, man. You see, you can't come back and play the second half of the game the way you play the first half. No coach will tell you that. And that's why in the second half of the game, there are times they may substitute. And by the way, let me just tell you, man, you see, substitutes are the best players in the game. That's why they kept them so that they can come with a new energy, renewed energy. When they get into the game got to change, man. So what is your substitute for this second half that is coming? What is it that you're going to do different in the second half of this year? What is it that you're going to do different in the third quarter of this year? You see, it is you, man. It is you. It's on you. It's not on the virus. It is not on the virus. The virus was just a distraction. Don't let it be an obstacle. Yeah, let me say again. Don't let a virus be an obstacle into your dream. It might have distracted you. Yes, I understand it, and I'm with you for that because it distracted me too. But don't let it be an obstacle to your dream, man. Don't let it be an obstacle to your destination. The plans that you made for this year. Why are you leaving? Why are you abandoning your plans? Do abandon your plans. You know, one person that I trust and I got hope in, and I believe that I can rise again, that's you, man. Whatever situation you are going through this year, you have been through, don't let that situation be the winner, man, because there is more in you as a person. There is more in you. You just got to sit down and analyze your life and see what is it that I need to do in the second half of this year. The virus is going down, but you're going to stay here. Oh, you know that, right? The virus is going away, but you're going to stay here. Your family going to stay here. So that's why you need to plan for your transition. You need to plan for, you need to get out of this quarantine. Some of us, we were quarantined physically, but then we also quarantine ourselves mentally. We are in mental quarantine. You see, when you are quarantined, you're not supposed to leave your home to go out, right? Except it is necessary. Some of us allow our mind to be quarantined and stay in one place, focus on one thing, only focus on the virus. We are not thinking of anything. We did not allow our mind to get out and go outside of coronavirus. Every day we woke up coronavirus in our mind. We go to sleep with coronavirus in our mind. We were not developing our mind. We were not thinking of other things that are necessary, that's supposed to be done. It's time to get out of that mental quarantine in your life, man. It's time for you to free yourself from your mental quarantine, to start thinking outside of coronavirus, because coronavirus is going to go. It's COVID is going to go, and you're going to be here. What would you have done? What would you have done? And then you put a blame on coronavirus? No, you can't put that blame on coronavirus, now, please. No, coronavirus was a distraction, but it was not an obstacle. It didn't obstruct you from thinking. No. So don't put a blame. What are you going to do next? Have you ever sat down and wondered, what will I do after this coronavirus? What will I do tomorrow if I get to my job and my job tell me they don't need me no more? What will I do if I have to continue to work from home all the time? Have you ever sat down and think? Or you still have your mind quarantined? The government quarantine us. They never quarantine your mind, but some of us quarantine our mind. The only thing that was in here was coronavirus. That's why I stopped by today to tell you, man, it's time. It's time to transition yourself. Emotional transition is necessary at this time. Mental transition is necessary at this time. Physical transition is necessary at this time. Because guess what? You may go to your job tomorrow and your job tell you, say, we don't need you no more. And, this quarantine situation, this whole coronavirus situation will bring some changes that will be surprising for some of us. Some changes will be beneficial to us, and some will be detrimental to us. That's why you got to sit down and plan. And have a transition plan. What if I go to work tomorrow and my work does not need me? Or sit down and analyze your life. Do I really need my job? Some of us were very happy during this quarantine time because we were away from those nagging bosses, who treat us like we're not important. When some of them cannot even live without us. You see, the virus took some of us, the time for us to evaluate ourselves, to know how important we were to our jobs. My question to you is, if you should transition today from even the job that you were doing to something different, is that possible? Do you have a transition plan for the next quarter of this year? Do you have a plan? What are you doing? Because transition is here. We are moving from one quarter to the next quarter in next month. We are moving from one half to the next half next month. Oh yeah, it's time, man. It's time. We are ending this first half, but let us end it on a good note, man. It's time to transition. It's transition time in your life. It's transition time, emotional transition, mental transition, physical transition, because You may go to your work tomorrow and realize that your office don't need you no more. What will you do? What will you do? Or you may sit there and say, look, man, I ain't going back to that place. It was too stressful for me. I'm tired of living this stressful life. So I'm going to transition from a job to my own business, man. I'm going to transition from working out there to working home. What is your transition plan? It's time to transition, man. I'm looking forward to your transition plan. I'm looking forward to your transition plan, man. I know you got something, man. And for those of you who are down, I want for you to understand that you can rise up again. Because if nobody have done it before, I know one person who have done it before. And that's you. You have done it before. Once upon a time, you were down and you rise up. You can do it again, man. You can transition from your slumber to your uprising, man. It's time. Let me help you understand what I'm talking about. Once upon a time when you were growing up, when you were a child, I can imagine you one day after you had sat for so long and you got tired sitting. One day you decided that you wanted to stand up. And you lift your butt a little bit, you put strength in your legs, and you stood up tall. You stood up tall. But then you could not, your legs could not support your weight. So what happened? You sat back right there and you look around. You know? You went down. For a few days after that, you didn't stay down because you got something in you called willpower, man. You got something in you called willpower. That willpower, after a few days, helped you to rise up again. And this time you stood up. And you didn't want to stand up. You decided to take a step. And when you took a few steps, you sat back down. You were disappointed. Yeah. But then after a few days, you put strength, determination, courage, and focus. The potential, they were in you, balling in you, and you got up for the second time after a few days, and you stood up, put strength in your legs, and you started walking. And since that day, up to today, you are still walking. That's who you know you are. That's who I know you are. Somebody who can turn sorrow into joy. Somebody who can turn weakness into strength. You got that in you, man. So don't let this situation to keep you down, man. It's time to rise up. It's time to transition, man. I'm looking forward to your transition story. Once again, this is the program of Mind with John, and I'm here to get on your mind. I want to say to you, happy new month, and remember that we are transitioning soon into the second half of this year. I wish you the best, but you got to rise up. It's time to transition. God bless you. Bye for now.